Hey YouTube, it's Michael VSG here. I'm responding to a tag video from No More Waiting 2199 about the 80s. Um, yeah, 80s was great. It's about your favorite things from the 80s. Movies, TV shows, music, what you wore, and your favorite thing of the 80s, or what you miss about the 80s. I'm going to get started with movies. I'm going to do what he did, 5 movies that I like from the 80s. In no particular order, Top Gun is right up there. Along with Breakfast Club, Silver Bullet. That had me, scared, but I love that movie. It was a great movie. Werewolves. It was a. You watch it now and it's so corny, but back then it was a great movie. And all of the Back to the Futures. Just love it. And this one here is going to be a shocking one to some. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Oh my God, that I could watch that movie over and over and over again. I was in love with Helen Hunt and Sarah Jessica Parker in that movie. Another movie. My 6th movie would have to have been The Never-Ending Story. Oh my God, there's just so many movies from the 80s that I like. We could even say The Princess Bride. But to pick, my favorite one out of all those would have to be Back to the Future. That just was a great movie. Moving on to TV shows. The 80s was just had so many good shows. 21 Jump Street was a great show. Alf. Loved that one. That was, a must-watch in my house when I was a kid. Silver Spoons, Ricky Schroeder. Who did not want to be him at one point? He had it all. Who's the Boss? Like, James said, Alyssa Milano. Even back then when we were kids, she was something else. But I think my all-time favorite TV show of the 80s would have had to have been The Cosby Show. Bill Cosby is such a character and such a comedian, and it was just a great, wholesome show. There's not shows like that anymore. So that would be my TV shows from the 80s. Music from the 80s is a little harder for me because I listened to all kinds of music. And with this list, you will be able to tell that I listen to all kinds of music. I'd have to say the Judds. Still like them today. Still like listening to their songs. Beastie Boys, when they first came out in the 80s. I just, listened to them and liked them a lot. Excuse me. Prince. Madonna. Madonna. Love her. Love her then, love her now. Even though she's kind of went off the deep end now, but back in the day, it was good. Bon Jovi, ugh, just a great guy. And then you can think about Debbie Gibson and Tiffany, and I liked all of that kind of stuff. So the next thing will be what I wore. Don't really remember what I wore the first part of the 80s. I was like 5, 6 years old, but towards the end in middle school and everything, Z Cavariccis here in Texas. I mean, here in Houston. I mean, if you weren't wearing Z Cavariccis, you weren't nobody. You had your standard black Z Cavariccis, and of course, right there on the zipper, you had the little white tag that said Z Cavariccis. Puffy pants, tapered legs. You would also, fold over on the bottom of the legs and roll them up. You did it on your jeans, that and rayon shirts, silky rayon shirts, yeah, it's the style of the 80s. That and when Starter was an expensive brand and not what it is now, wearing Starter hats or Starter jerseys or shirts. Never had a jersey, but I had a couple Starter hats. That was I thought that was a big deal. Oh my God, I got fitted for a hat. I had a hat that was fitted to my head. I couldn't adjust it. Just thought that was something else when I was in middle school. Favorite thing about the 80s, or I'm gonna turn into what I miss about the 80s, and a memorable moment of the 80s. Cassette tapes, making mixtapes, like James was talking. I can so relate to him. Sitting there, all day long, waiting on a song to come on the radio and trying to catch it without a commercial or the DJ talking over it. That was pretty cool. Here in Houston, when I was in the late 80s and middle school and everything, going to Astro World, which sadly does not exist anymore. They tore it down in the early 2000s, but yeah, Astro World was the place to go. Loved it. Not really a big roller coaster rider, but walking around, meeting new friends, hanging with meeting friends up there and everything. It was fun. Also, when I was a kid, walking through ditches, to find crawdad holes, and taking a piece of fishing string with a hook on it with a piece of bacon and sticking it down in the hole and pulling out crawdads. And, crawdad was, you always knew where a crawdad hole was because they had the big dirt mound sticking up. I mean, could spend hours out there with my sister, digging around for crawdads. And one of a moment that a sad moment of the 80s that I'll never forget. I was in 4th or 5th grade. Oh my God, what was it? I don't remember. I think it was 5th grade. 4th grade, I think, when it was. The Challenger, when the Challenger crashed. I mean, who does not remember? I mean, I remember sitting at school watching it on TV. I wanted to be an astronaut so bad. That's what I wanted. I loved space. Still love it. And just, that was a very sad moment. I just remember sitting there and all of us kids going, "Oh my God, what happened?" And then teachers gasping for air and just start bawling. I mean, because that was just such a iconic flight with Christy McCullough, you know, the first teacher in space and everything. It's sad. But yeah, that's my 80's tag video, and if anyone's watching this, you're tagged too. So look forward to watching all y'all's 80's tag videos. I will talk to y'all later. Remember, you're worth... What was that? Oh, never mind. Sorry, got sidetracked. Remember, you're worth being loved, so love yourself. Bye.